Hey, welcome to the 2022 Skiff Festival competitor briefing. This is just kind of a pre-arrival to Santa Barbara briefing, so you know where to go and what to do when you arrive here in Santa Barbara. And so first and foremost, I just want to thank the Santa Barbara Yacht Club, the Santa Barbara Youth Sailing Foundation, and our regatta chair, John Ziskin, as well as our race committee volunteers. Looks like it could be a good weekend. Looks like Sunday could be breezy. I'll talk about that more in a moment. But I want to start by showing you where to go if you are trying to figure out what to do and where to be, etc. So if you go to sbyc.org/skiff-festival, you'll come to our virtual notice board and our event website. Obviously, you've all registered and you can view entrance, etc. I want to start by pointing out there has been a notice of race amendment, and it is a very small one that basically says notice of race instruction 18 is deleted, and notice of race instruction 18 was accidentally left in. It was a lack of social and food and hospitality because of COVID, and I forgot to take that out. So I've deleted it completely. We're probably going to order some pizza after racing on Sunday at the launch ramp. We're not going to do any breakfast food. We only have 17 radials, and 6 of them are at the Youth Foundation dock. So I figured we're going to probably just hold off on the breakfast food for the launch ramp on the weekend, but we'll try to do some pizza after racing on Sunday. Okay, great. So instruction 18 on the notice of race is deleted. You are welcome to make reservations at the Santa Barbara Yacht Club. Check in with the front desk to let them know you're here with the Skiff Festival. You should be able to watch the racing right from the yacht club. It will be really quite nice. The sailing instructions have indeed been posted right here. You can review those on your own time. There isn't really a whole lot to it. We have one fleet, which makes it really easy, and all of the information you need regarding the event is essentially in the sailing instructions. One thing I did want to point out is that when we're at the launch ramp, we kind of instituted this in the COVID timeframe, but each day there's a daily online sign-in, and this just lets us know if you have a sail number change or you're not going to be going out or something. If you're not on that sign-in, I say, okay, we don't expect this boat to be out. They didn't sign in. But it is important to sign in each day. It's just a Google form. It's very easy. And then you fill out this little thing and click it each day. And that's it. So really straightforward. It shows up on my phone. I can go ahead and double check everybody's got the right sail number, and we've got everybody we expect on the water. I wanted to go over the course chart just briefly. We do one kind of unique thing here, and I've had one boat do it wrong one time, and I just don't want anyone to do it wrong. But we'll run most likely a lot of course 4s. That's not to say it will be the only course we run, but most likely a course 4. And so that means there's a windward, an offset, gate, windward, offset, gate, and then you reach to a finish. So you go through the gate the second time. Don't sail and ignore that mark and go straight to the finish. You want to reach around the gate and then reach to a finish. And what that does, if you want to know why we do that, is we can see your sail numbers really easily as you reach the finish number 1. It also kind of sorts it out, so there's like a boat finishing one at a time, as opposed to maybe 5 or 6 boats kind of finishing across a line going downwind at once. So it makes it easier for the race committee to see what's going on. Onshore staging. Okay, so this is the most important part of this competitor briefing. When you arrive in Santa Barbara, a lot of people want to go straight to Santa Barbara Yacht Club. Well, we are the host, and the Santa Barbara Yacht Club is the host of this event. You're actually going to drive down West Cabrillo here, and then there's like an entrance into this harbor parking lot. So you kind of got to go into Ocean Way is the name of the street, and then instead of you take your first left turn to go into the public harbor parking launch ramp parking lot. And then you drive all the way down along the water line to the launch ramp area. And eventually you're going to see these launch ramps here. And over here, you're going to see UCSB sailing docks and, commercial whale watching boats, etc. And there will be this back row here with lots of space. With the number of boats we have, there's more than enough space. You can stage your boats in this back row. You can put your coach boats in this back row. If for any reason you get there and something is put up by the harbor department, there's been a lot of signs up saying no parking here. It's not for the weekend. But if you see that, any of the yellow rows are good for your lasers, your ILCA radials, or your coach boats. Yellow stalls, these are all yellow stalls, are good for dollies, boats, and trailers, and cars attached to trailers. But if you're parking a single vehicle, you want to park in the white stalls, okay? No trailers in the white stalls, only single vehicles. And we don't control the harbor launch ramp, so they can ticket you if you don't do it that way. We have permission, of course, to have the boats there. And then there's some parking fees that are nominal that apply. However, if you said, I don't want to pay that, that fee, if you go down Bath Street right here, I believe. No, is it Bath? No, it'd be Castillo, I believe. There's a Pershing Park. You could park your car there if you want to save the $8 for the day. Most people choose not to do that. On this document, you'll see a bunch of kind of general rules about where to put your boats. And for instance, we're going to launch boats only from the eastmost ramps here. We're going to leave these ramps open for commercial vessels and recreational vehicles, et cetera, or vessels, et cetera. We'll do our competitor briefing over on the beach to keep our roadways clear. As you know, your rigging, please don't go out into the roadways or stand in the roadways as much as possible as well. And then as far as coach boats go, you can put your trailers here. If you want to haul them out at the end of the day, you're welcome to do that. Or you can put them on the SBYC end tie. And so to back out a little bit, here's where we are zoomed into. This is where our boat and dolly storage is and our boat trailers. And we'll sort of be like, have a little competitor briefing over here on the beach. Here's Pershing Park where that free parking is. And again, to get in, you're going to go down Cabrillo, which turns into Shoreline Drive, and then turn on Ocean Way here. Take your first left, follow the water line all the way along till you get over to the launch ramp, and that's our base of operations. When we come in from day one, if the coaches want to keep their coach boat at the Santa Barbara Yacht Club end tie, it's a little inconveniently located in Marina One in that, you know, you kind of have to dock here and then you got to walk all the way around over here. But as bad as that walk seems, it's really only, I've timed it, it's like 5 minutes. It's not that bad. So if you're walking swiftly, it's about a 5-minute walk, and it's not that bad. So you can leave your coach boats on end tie D here if you need. You can also, again, pull them out at the end of the day over here. And the other place you might be able to keep them is over at the Santa Barbara Youth Sailing Foundation dock, which is over here, but you got to go along the break wall all the way to here, coaches, to make that happen. And you need to confirm that with Nick Kashak, the foundation director, because that's his dock. Okay, so other than that, our racing area, we have racing area 1 or racing area 2. This will be dependent on breeze direction. I anticipate a westerly, so it's most likely going to be racing area 1, which is nice because then, of course, you'll be able to watch right from the Santa Barbara Yacht Club right here and see that real easily. If it's a southeasterly breeze, which is possible Sunday, a lot of times when it says it's going to be really breezy, it actually eddies and comes back from the southeast from this direction. And so if that happens, sometimes we'll go over here for less lumpy conditions as well as better breeze. And that will be easier. Maybe that day you might want to watch, you know, if you're going to watch racing and spectate it off of Stearns Wharf. There's some wineries and, you know, restaurants and stuff. So good spectating there as well. But most likely will be racing area 1. Speaking of breeze, one of the things concern was brought up about Sunday. You can see kind of this red condition over here. That's some pretty big breeze. And I see 33 knots. However, if you kind of zoom into Santa Barbara, where we're actually going to be sailing in the kind of close by, what you'll find is, you know, it's Sunday at 2 p.m. They're saying we're going to have about 7 knots from the west. By the time we're done, might be, you know, offshore kind of even. And so we've seen that before. It could be kind of puffy and windy, but we'll be done by then. So right now, there was a question of, are we going to move the start time up on Sunday? And we're going to make a judgment call sometime on Saturday, probably after racing. But as of right now, as you see, you know, at 10 a.m., We're not looking at big breeze. So moving it up to 10 or 11 a.m. doesn't really add much value to us. And so, even at 12, it's not going to be windy. And as you zoom out, you'll see, yeah, like it's windy out here. But what'll oftentimes happen is you can see is sort of an eddy scenario here. So we might even get a southeasterly breeze. This is not a guaranteed windy scenario. It could be, it might not be. I feel very confident in our skills as a race committee to call that and know when it gets questionable. So I feel pretty confident in having seen that plenty of times. Saturday looks really nice. As you can see, anytime you've got that westerly on this North American model over here, you're happy and we're going to be racing and having good breeze. It might not be crazy windy, might be 10 to 15, might be 8 to 12, but it's going to be from the west. It's going to be nice racing. And so I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, final thing I'll mention is that we're doing an online protest form because there's not really like a clubhouse over at the launch ramp area. So when you get in, you can just go to this website here and click on this online protest form. And this is I just took all the questions right off a standard protest form. And you can go ahead and fill this thing out. And then I will get the responses on my phone, and then we'll set up a protest hearing. Any protest hearings will be posted here on this notice board. And as you can see, the competitor briefing that I'm doing right now will indeed be posted on this notice board as well after I'm done recording it. But please remember, in the schedule of events, we will have an in-person competitor briefing right here. It'll be short, just to discuss a few things. And that's it. And then I'll remind everybody to sign in for the day, and we'll go out sailing for our noon first warning signal. So, I'm really, really grateful that you're coming. It obviously is a really big challenge, and the players hopefully will thank their parents that are making this happen, because it's really tough right now. Prices for hotels are quite high, and so it's a big deal. And we're grateful that you made the effort, and look forward to putting on some good racing for you this weekend. If there's any questions, you can email them to racing@sbyc.org, and I'll go ahead and make sure I answer those questions publicly to the fleet so that everybody can see those questions answered if it's pertinent. And other than that, if you want to make a reservation at the Yacht Club, you can feel free to call them 805-965-8112. We're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow morning over at the Santa Barbara Harbor Launch Ramp. Remember, not at the Santa Barbara Yacht Club. You can find everything at sbyc.org/skiff-festival. Safe travels, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.